What's up, everybody? It's been a while. I'm gonna do this thing that I got through Passio called Aquinas on Liberty. Just some tidbits. It's not long, but it's a little too long for this video, so I just highlighted some stuff from it. True liberty is an essential property of objective truth and morality. Therefore, there can be no true liberty in a civilization that enshrines moral relativity. Moral relativism is man thinking that he can say what's right and wrong. The state and federal laws are a good example of that. You know, this is legal here, but it's illegal there. So legal equates to morality, or at least it's, that's they say it's supposed to. But anyway, morality is very simple. You can feel it. Your body chemically guides you to know in your bones what is right and what is wrong. The wrongs have been said in many ways. Do no harm. Don't steal another's property or injure another's body. Don't initiate force or coerce or threat another against their will. And the rights as well. Love another. Love one another. Do unto others what you would have done unto you. And so on. We know what this stuff is. Nobody can bestow liberty on you. It is a state of being that comes from understanding and acting without contradiction with that which the creative universe intends. When humans feel, think, and act consistently within this natural law, the result will be liberty. Until then, we are simply handed privilege disguised as freedoms by our masters. Very, very true. Talking about you got to earn freedom, and these are all privileges and we can take them away, and you got to buy them, and through licensing fees and all that, everything, it's all crazy. True liberty is the highest of natural endowments. It is the portion only of intellectual or rational natures, and it confers on man this dignity, that he is in the hand of his counsel and has power over his actions. But the manner in which such dignity is exercised is of the greatest moment, inasmuch as on the use that is made of liberty the highest good and the greatest evil alike depend. Man, indeed, is free to obey his reason, to seek moral good, and to strive unswervingly after his last end. Yet he is free also to turn aside to all other things, and, in pursuing the empty semblance of good, to disturb rightful order and to fall headlong into the destruction which he has voluntarily chosen. Worse still are those who promote a false and absurd notion of liberty by perverting the idea of freedom, or extending it to things in respect of which man cannot rightly be regarded as free. The Creator has given humans the ability to reason and choose. Reason aligned with truth will lead inevitably to liberty, but humans can also choose to ignore reason and choose less wisely, which will inevitably lead to confusion and chaos, which is exactly where we are, because people think that, well, first of all, they think that we're free here in America, and we're not at all. You're straight up slaves, and in the same notion, they think that you're free to do whatever you want, which comes in this weird obstructive view of anarchism. It's all pretty messed up. So happiness is the shallow feeling that does not predicate freedom. Sometimes we must feel pain when we do the right thing. Ain't that the truth? To do the right thing in today's society can be very painful, because you're going upstream, because we've degraded so much as a society, so immoral, so much debauchery, and it's just to be a traditional regular motherfucker anymore is almost, it's considered extreme. It's insane. Liberty belongs only to those who have the gift of reason or intelligence. Animals do not possess liberty. Considered as to its nature, it is the faculty of choosing means fitted for the end proposed. For he is the master of his actions who can choose one thing out of many. Freedom of choice, therefore, the essential property of the human will, but the will cannot proceed to act until it is enlightened by intellectual knowledge, for the proper object of the will is the good. The will cannot proceed to act until it is enlightened by the intellect. Nothing can be desired by the will unless it is judged by the intellect to be good. Thus, in all voluntary acts, choice is subsequent to an intellectual judgment that something is good or desirable. Everybody knows right from wrong, except for like a very small subset of psychopaths, but been tricked into supporting things that are inherently wrong through like indoctrination. You think that, and you would even think that evil, wrong shit is necessary, like government, and its whole foundation is violence and coercion and theft. So, your castle's built on sand, man. It's gonna fall down. We may believe instead of reason, holding close those institutions of security that contradict fundamental moral truths. Or we might think we know based on false information. We're not perfect, but striving to discover and understand that which is true will always keep us pointed in the right direction. I guess that's all I'm saying, really, is, just, right and wrong, and you need to shave down the corners on this shit and trim the fat, because we got a lot of crazy shit going on that shouldn't be supported at all. It is an unmutably true principle that human liberty depends entirely on intellectual judgments that conform to reason and the natural law. If a judgment which does not conform to the natural law or to reason, and which is therefore objectively false and immoral, is acted upon by the will, then it is a source of grave disorder in society. Exponentially multiply the number of individual immoral acts, and you receive a republic that collapses from moral decay in a short period of time. Ain't that the truth? A source of grave disorder in society, because you're fucking supporting and participating in shit that is false and immoral, and you're doing it willingly, and it is causing republic to collapse from moral decay in a short period of time. I mean, just look back in my lifetime. I was born in '82, and look, with the advent of the internet and cell phones and all these apps and TikTok and Snapchat and shit, and this fucking thought culture and the emasculation of men, and the whole, all these buzzwords, toxic masculinity, this, that, and the other. We're falling down fast, man. We have been educated to believe in a lie that morality can be determined and handed down in laws of man. This has led to an idea that what is good is simply what feels good. That is hedonism. This way of thinking excludes reason and therefore prevents us from connecting with what is true. This is an artifact of domination culture, and the extent of our acceptance of that is the extent that we subjugate ourselves to move further away from liberty and closer to slavery. We're very close. Liberty long since sailed, and now, slavery's, it's already here, but it's still covert in nature. But it's, I don't know, it's like revelation of the method. You watch all the things that are happening, and it's just more blatant and more in your face and more aggressive and more, the ones perpetuating it just real smug and condescending, like, I don't give a fuck, what are you gonna do? Because you ain't gonna do shit. You're gonna keep paying your taxes, you're gonna keep funding your slavery, and expect it to stop, and it's not going to stop. So, a good place to start would be in your own mind and align yourself with what's true and right, objective morality. Quit helping perpetuate moral relativism and immoral shit, and apply that as a broad net around every single thing that you interact with, and give no passes. Immoral shit should be avoided at all costs, and in a lot of cases should be attacked head on. So that's that.